Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I just filmed this romantic rose goldish kind of eye look. I haven't done a voiceover in a while, so I thought I would. I'm just starting off with the Smashbox primer, and then I'm going into the Lorac Original Unzipped palette, and this is the shade Unconditional. And I'm just going to apply this in my crease with a fluffy blending brush. This is the Coastal Scents Pro Blending Fluff, I believe it's called. And yeah, I'm just zoomed in really close so you guys can see what I'm doing. And I'll go ahead and put this back and forth, and then I'll go over windshield wiper motions, and then I'll do circular motions after that. And then I totally forgot to do this first, so you can do this now or after, but I'm just going to put tape on my eyes. And first I press the piece of tape on the back of my hand to kind of take away some of the tackiness. That way it doesn't pull my skin too hard. So you can see me doing that right now, and then I just line it up with my lower lash line and make the edge line up with the end of my brow. And honestly, my tape was a little bit different on each eye, and that's fine because I just blended it out later. So I'm going back into that Unconditional shade on the same fluffy brush, and I'm just going to build it up a little bit on the outer corner. I really love this shade because you can just use it lightly at first like I did as a transition shade, or you can go back in and build it up to give you a really nice crease color. So I'm just going to put that on the outer third slash half of my crease and the outer corner, the outer V, and blend that up. I'm really turning this into a cat eye effect, and the tape has made that super easy. And since I'm going to be working with glitter today, I went ahead and decided to do my eye makeup first. So that's why my face and my eyebrows look so bad. Sorry about that. So I'm just going to keep blending and making sure everything's smooth. And then next up, I'm just taking a blending brush, a regular blending brush. This is the Good Karma blending brush that I'm going to use next. It's by Urban Decay. It just came in the Urban Decay, I think the Naked 2 palette. And I'm going into the shade Unspoken, and this is a warm matte chocolate brown. And I'm just going to place this in the outer third of my crease and in that outer V just to create that cat eye effect even more and add some depth to my eye. So for most of my tutorials, I usually speed up my eyeshadow, but I wanted to do this in real time. That way you guys could actually see how much I blend my eyeshadow. I probably spend the most time blending. So I'm just going to keep applying this in that outer V shape. And this is going to be the darkest shade that I use, and you can see it really does give your eyes a lot of depth and dimension. And then I'm also just going to go back and blend out the edges with my original, the original blending brush with no additional product, and I'll blend that all the way up almost to touching my brow. And then I'm going in with a flat shader brush. This is another one of the Good Karma brushes, and I'm going in with the white shade in the palette. It's called Undercover. And unfortunately, I completely failed and went almost out of frame for the entire process of doing this. So I just applied it, and you can see it's like really rough on the edges. And then I took my blending brush with no additional product and just blended out the edges until it was smooth into the shadow. And if you wanted, you could totally stop here. I think this is a beautiful matte eye look, and I have personally done something similar to this often. But I'm going to go ahead and add my glitter. So I'm going to take off my tape, and I look crazy. And then I'm using the NYX Face and Body Glitter in the shade Rose. This is pretty new. When I bought this, I decided I was just going to try to apply it by spraying some all-nighter on my brush, and that didn't work out too well for me. So I think if you get the glitter primer with it from NYX that they just developed, I think that might work out better for you. I wish I would have done that, but my Ulta was all sold out of it. So I was like, oh, I'm just going to be stubborn. So here it is applied by itself. It looks good, but I just didn't think it was pigmented enough. But I personally think if you got the primer, it would help. So I went back into the palette, and I used the shade Unreal, and I just layered that on top of it. My brush is still damp from this setting spray. So that really helps that shadow give a foiled effect. So I just apply that all over where I applied the glitter, and it just makes it super, super sparkly, and I really like how it turned out after that. So yeah, there it is up close. And I'm just going to wipe away some of the glitter. And then I did the same exact thing on the other eye. I just went in with the eyeshadow first. I went ahead and sped this one up because you guys know the gist now. So this one I applied the shadow first, and personally I think that worked out better. So if you want to recreate this look, definitely apply the shadow first and then apply the glitter because it gives it a nice base to stick to. And I also just went in and blended around the edges with my blending brush, and then I went back in with the loose glitter and applied that all over my lid. And I cut most of that out of frame, so whoops, I suck. Oh well, you can see a little bit of it. And that's pretty much the eyes. I'm just taking a fan brush now and trying to wipe away some of that glitter, but some of it just did not want to move, and I had to use like a makeup wipe to remove it. And I didn't show much of doing my actual face today. I just wasn't feeling it. So I just used my NYX Angel Veil as a primer, and then I did my CoverFX Custom Cover Drops. I'm in the shade N25 as my foundation today. This has quickly become my holy grail foundation. I have a full in-depth review coming up soon on my channel, so if you guys are interested in this foundation, definitely hit that subscribe button so you can be notified when that video comes out. And yeah, I'm just blending this all over my face. I'm using the IT Cosmetics Flawless Airbrush Foundation Brush, whatever it's called. It's a mouthful. I love that brush too. So I just blended that in. And then normal routine, going with concealer, the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind in the Neutralizer shade. And I'm just going to blend that in with my fingers today. I was just feeling that. And this is where you could really light up your eyeshadow if you did mess up the lines with your tape a little bit, which is what I did. So you can just fix it like this. And yeah, I went ahead and set that under my eyes with the Rimmel Stay Matte powder. This is the translucent shade. And I'm setting it under my eyes with the Real Techniques setting brush. And then I'm also setting the rest of my foundation with that same powder on a dome tapered powder brush. And then I'm just bronzing. I'm using the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer. And then I'll go in with blush as well. This is the Benefit Rockateur. And lastly, for highlight, I'm using the Colourpop Supershock Cheek in the shade Lunch Money. Guys, I love this highlighter. I need to get 70,000 more. And then I did my brows off camera. I ran out of my Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz, and I cried about that for like 20 minutes. So I just filled it in with some eyeshadows, and they look terrible, so sorry about that. But then I'm just going in and blending the edges because I didn't want any harsh lines. So I'm blending that out just a little bit with my original fluffy brush, no additional product on it. And then I'm going in with a flat definer eyeshadow brush, and I'm going back into that shade Unconditional and just smoking out my lower lash line. And this honestly took me forever, so I cut most of this out. But yeah, I just went to town on the lower lash line with this. And I dragged it back and forth and then a little bit downward to blend it. And then I'm going in with this tiny little detail brush into the shade Undercover again and highlighting my brow bone with it. And then I also highlight my inner corner with it. I had started to highlight my inner corner with the glitter, but I just was not feeling that. I was like, no, I need my inner corner to be matte. I have so much glitter on my face right now, I can't even deal with that anymore. And then I'm just going to give myself a nice winged eyeliner. This is the e.l.f. Cosmetics, or the e.l.f. Essential Eyeliner, you know, my favorite thing. And then I did the Milani Runway lashes in the shade Black, of course, because what other mascara shade would I ever use? Mascara color, mascara shade, whatever, same thing. And then for lipstick, I'm taking the NYX Matte Lipstick in the shade Shy. That was a tongue twister. Seriously obsessed with this lipstick, guys. Such a pretty nude. And if you guys liked this video, please give it a thumbs up or subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye!